this is here's the equivalent here. Just to prepare you guys, if you haven't had a lot of experience hearing about kind of the truth about how women see the dating stage, then this will be like um, your favorite magician and somebody exposes all of his tricks, and so you might be a little upset. You're gonna ruin the mystery a little bit, but it's for your definitely for your own benefit, so you're not getting fooled by the magician all your life. How women date. Let me put these slides up here. Boom. All right. And look at that. You can even see me, right? You can see me in the slides, I think. All right. How women date. This is the ugly truth revealed. Again, turn back now. Turn back now if you don't want if you don't want all the secrets revealed. Turn back now, but this is information that all guys need to know. All right. So here's what you got to understand. The first thing is that with women, her goal is to maximize her hypergamy. And so if you were on our member webinar last month, we talked about your sexual market value. We talked about the 6 6s. We talked about the wall and stuff like that. And so I'll just give you a brief rundown of hypergamy. So hypergamy is the innate desire in every woman to secure the highest status man that her life situation will allow for. This is important to understand, is the main goal. All right, women and again, you don't have to agree with hypergamy, but you need to understand it because this is inside every woman. We as men, it's not the same. You might not like relate to it, but you got to understand this because since women are the sex that can get pregnant, all of that, right? They have to, this is just inside of them so that they will always have the highest guy that they are allowed to get to protect them and their offspring. All right, we've talked about that before. We're not going to get too much into that specifically because I've gone over hypergamy before, but you got to understand that part. Now, her wants is the highest status man. And we talk a ton about status. All of the videos in the membership, or any type of strategy I give you with texting, online dating, going on dates, I talk about status. And so, is again a really simplified version of this: a woman wants a man that other women want, and a man that other men want to be. That is a really just quick summed up version of how you can think of the highest status man. What do guys like? Who do guys look up to, and who do other women want? That is what women kind of use as their radar for. Okay, this guy's a man of value. Now I want to try to secure him long term if possible. All right, now her strategy is to date around to find him. Date around to find this highest status guy that she can lock down. And this is kind of where there's a big problem. In today's world, we have social media, we have online dating sites, and these things create such an abundance of options for women. And this is all super duper important, guys, because let me go back here. All right, if we just go, all right, a girl's goal is to maximize her hypergamy, that sounds reasonable. She's trying to secure the highest status man that her life situation will allow for. That sounds reasonable. No one can argue with that, right? And if you thought about this in maybe the 1950s, before social media, before online dating sites, right? If you were in a small town, a girl there, she might have a small pool of men to pick from, to look for the highest status man in her area, right? She didn't have internet to hook up with or to meet other guys. She didn't have, Facebook and Instagram to post pictures and get all these guys to like her and comment on her pictures. She didn't have that, right? So this made it was a lot more reasonable in like the 50s because, all right, yeah, there's a few guys to choose from, whatever. And then all the other girls, they would be pairing up with the other guys left over basically in the smallish town. Okay, so because of Tinder, Bumble, Hinge, uh, online dating or social media and all that, women have this in a abundance of options. Every single woman does. The least attractive woman you can think of has an abundance of options compared to what she used to have, and compared to a man of the same, physical looks level. Women have a lot more options, just an abundance of them. Now, here's the problem. Okay, the problem is that she will not settle. Every woman has been socialized, and this is, I always want to make this very clear. I do not think of women as evil at all. It's like, I don't hate the player. If you want to hate anything, hate the game. Because again, women, that hypergamy has been around forever. It's always been around. It's that our society has now, especially because of feminism and the sexual revolution for women, where basically feminists were telling women, hey, why can men sleep around if they want to? We should be able to as well. And so back in the, there's always that select majority of the top men that, yeah, can date around and all that. So women are like, yeah, awesome. We should be able to do that too. And the problem is you guys know, if a guy wants to have sex, it's not that easy. You can't just be like, all right, let me get on Tinder and I'll have sex. We all know that's true. If a woman wants to have sex, she can get on Tinder and have sex. If she wants to have sex, she can go to the clubs and have sex. She can find a guy to have sex with her, no matter what. So when women took the sexual revolution, this whole like, oh, awesome, great idea. Well, it's easy for women to get sex. It's much harder for men to. So this whole idea with feminism, all of this, you deserve the best, never settle, all that thing, never settle for less than your ideal Prince Charming. This is all important to understand, to get a grasp on how women see the game of dating. And they learn this from a really young age as well, when they're getting attention from men like early on in their life compared to us men. All right, here's the problem with Prince Charming. She doesn't know what she wants. She doesn't know who her ideal Prince Charming is. Because in the short term, women want, see, again, a woman wants a man that other women want. So in the short term, what a woman wants is emotional excitement with a guy. She wants to wonder, when is he going to text me back? Why is he not texting me back? Is he with someone else? Is someone else, hanging out with the guy I like? That's emotional excitement, okay? That is what the jerk, the alpha, that is what the bad boys give women that makes them want them short term. Emotional excitement. The other things that women want, and look on any online dating profile, adventures. I'm adventurous. I want adventures. Take me on adventures. Women want adventures. Now, adventures don't just mean, hey, I want to go hiking. Adventures are the whole game that she has it's an adventure for her to figure out how a guy feels about her. The bad boy doesn't tell her how he feels. The jerk doesn't tell her how he feels. That's an adventure to women. That's that emotional excitement. That's an adventure of why they like this short term. Again, I'm just going to sum it up as like the alpha male. Again, for short term, women like a guy that's very physically attractive. For short term, if a girl's just like out at the club and she sees a guy that's 6'5", he's got that really nice square jaw, he's got chisel, he's got the six pack. That right there, short term, again, that's gonna make her go, oh, all right, that's my Prince Charming, short term. And so to sum this all up, what a woman wants short term is a good time. Now, what she wants long term is different. And this is why women are confused. This is why never listen to a woman when she tells you what she wants. When she says, you need to communicate with me, you need to tell me how you feel. No, don't listen to women. They don't know what they want. Look at this conflicting. Long term, what a woman wants is emotional security. That's virtually the opposite of emotional excitement. She wants to know that this guy's going to stay with her. She wants to be able to trust that he's not a player, you know? That's what she's going to look for long term. She's going to want stability. She's not going to want all these adventures. She's going to want that. Let's just stay in tonight and watch Netflix together. She wants that stability. She wants the financial stability. Instead of the physically attractive guy, what she looks for long term is financially attractive. She wants that financial wallet, man, because that's going to give her security as well. And then instead of the good time guy, she wants the family time guy. This is what I call the curse of hypergamy. This is the hypergamy's dark side. When we go back to, again, the goal of hypergamy, it makes sense. I never get upset with women for practicing hypergamy because I understand hypergamy. It's more of we're socialized and conditioned to accept bad behavior that comes from hypergamy, which I don't put up with. But the idea of hypergamy itself and women acting on hypergamy, that I don't fault women for that. That's just literally in their nature. We can't understand that as guys, but if we were women, we would probably have the same type of lifestyle because society has shaped us a certain way. So here's what is the downside, the big downside of hypergamy in these days. So as a woman dates around, her hypergamy will never settle. Again, feminism, never settle. You deserve the best. Never settle for a man that she already knows she can get. So by the time she meets a man that should be a great fit for her, again, that long-term security guy, she sees him as lesser and takes him for granted or ignores him. By the way, if anyone's ever played Dominion here, the curse card, that's what I got from. I love that game. All right, so here's the dark side, right? This is why it works against women and for men. It's really tough, is because, again, when women have this abundance of options because of social media and the dating sites, they can go out with all these different guys and they can sleep around with all these different guys. Since women are, and I'm going to go backwards here to the short term versus long term, right? The short term here. When women are going to go for this short term, that emotional excitement, the guy that keeps her waiting, the guy that she's never really sure, right? Because she's experienced that, then if she has to settle down for this guy right here, the long term, the guy that actually has what's going to be good for her long term, because for like the family and all this, the stability, the emotional security, the guy that goes, hey, I'm always here for you. I would never do that to you. All right. That guy, the guy that we are told is the guy that should get the girl. That is what women tell us they want. Oh, I would never do that to you. I would never put you through that. I'll surprise you with flowers at work, right? We're told that that's what we want. Well, what happens is women are used to all of this emotional excitement and all these adventures that now when they have a guy that's willing to give them this other stuff, they look back and they go, God, I'm settling. Because remember, feminism's like, never settle, date around, taste the entire buffet. So what happens is she goes to one food, the guy that's going to provide this really good long term. She goes to, all right, I'm going to have pizza for the rest of my life. And feminism's like, no, why would you? No, you need to try every other sample at the buffet. So by the time she's trying all that out, right, when she gets to this guy that has the right qualities long term, she is going to treat him as less because she feels like she's settling because she's not getting the guy that can also get her emotionally excited, the guy that will also make her adventure. Because look at this, it's like virtually opposites, these things. So that's the curse of hypergamy, is the more, like, back, let's just say again, back in the 50s, when a woman only had a few guys to date around, a few guys to like in the community to, I wonder if I connect with him. All right, she only has a couple guys, and now she finds this guy, and now she's going to appreciate him. Versus when she has 57 guys messaging her at any one time, and now she's got one guy. You can see how women are like, why would I settle for this? And it's just psychology, right? I can understand why women see themselves as higher, superior. It makes sense. It's tough. There's a lot of psychology involved, but it makes sense. But that is the curse of hypergamy. That is why women these days are not happy. That's why relationships are not happy. Okay, so now here's what happens. This is the wall. And we talked about this last month. Don't forget, subscribe, like, comment, share the video, but definitely subscribe. Peace.